Hi, Wawona Lancers, Mrs. Joliet here again. I reviewed with you guys adding expressions. So for this one, I'm going to review subtracting expressions, right? So our terms, or all our vocabulary words are the same. We have a term, expression, which an expression is made up of terms, variables, and a constant. So those are really important because that's what we identify in the expression. But our steps are the same. So check if there's any distribution in the problem, then distribute first, if there is. Box all your variables, including their signs, circle all your constants, including their signs, then combine like terms. But when we're subtracting, this first step is really important. Some of us are going to try to skip and go to step 2 and 3, and it's going to give us incorrect answers. And I want to give myself a little more space here. So I have 5m plus 4 minus 9 plus 2m. Notice, I'm going to keep that color, sorry, how that subtraction sign is outside of the parentheses. If it was only talking about the 9, the parentheses would not be there. Since it's talking, or it's next to the parentheses, it's saying that this entire piece is being subtracted. Not just the 9, but the 9 and the 2m. So we have to, what we'll call this is distribute that negative. That negative is going to be given to this 9. That negative is going to be given to this 2m. Essentially, when you have a minus sign or a subtraction sign outside of your parentheses, it makes everything inside the opposite. So I'm going to rewrite this expression now. I'm going to write it as, well, nothing happens to the 5m or 4. So 5m plus 4. 9 was a positive. So now it's the opposite. Now it's a negative 9. 2m was a positive. Now it's the opposite. Now it's a negative 2m. That's the only difference when we subtract. Now I'm going to follow the exact same steps I did before. I'm going to box my variables, circle my constants. So box 5m, 4 is a constant, negative 9 is a constant, negative 2m is a variable. And I'm going to even write it out. 5m, and I can write it exactly how it looks. Minus 2m, negative 2m. Now I'm going to circle my constants. Positive 4, negative 9. I'm going to write them below. So exactly how they are there. Plus 4, subtract 9. And now I can combine my like terms. My boxes with my boxes, my circles with my circles. And I'm going to do it in orange. Orange sounds fun to me. So I'm going to start with 5m subtract 2m. That one's really nice. It's written exactly how I would solve it in my head. 5m subtract 2m. So what that means is left over, oh, sorry. I hate how much that jumps around, is 3m. I promise I'm trying to write it. I don't know why it's not writing. Oh my gosh, what? 3. It does not like that spot. Maybe my computer's dirty there. Gross. 3m. 3. I just want the 3 there. I don't understand. I'm going to just figure it out. Okay, 3m. There we go. Now I can focus on this positive 4 and negative 9. When I add positive 4 and negative 9, when I combine those, I have more negatives than positives. That's why I wrote the negative first. Then, because they are different signs, I'm going to subtract their absolute values. So I'm going to do 9 subtract 4, which is 5. So this ending answer is 3m minus 5. 3m subtract 5. Could even write it as 3m plus negative 5. They're the exact same expression. They're equivalent expressions. All right, I have one more example for you and then we're done. So again, I have that minus sign right outside of the parentheses. So it makes everything inside the opposite, okay, the inverse. So I'm going to rewrite this expression. I've got g subtract 5 That minus is going to make this positive 3g the opposite. So it's negative 3g. Then negative 4 becomes the opposite. It's positive 4. Yes, a lot of times I hear you guys, is it a minus sign or a negative sign? They're the same thing. When I say 5 minus 3, that's the same thing as 5 plus negative 3. So if you see that sign, make it the opposite. And now I'm going to box and circle. So g is a variable. I'm going to box it. Oh, not very cute. Negative 5 is not. Negative 3g is. 4 is not. So now I'm going to circle. Negative 5 is a constant. Positive 4 is a constant. Oh, dang it. I should have written them below, but that's okay. So I have g subtract 3g because I combine my like terms. And negative 5 plus 4. I'm going to combine these, combine my like terms, and be done. G subtract 3g. Okay, well, I have more negatives than positives because 3g is a negative, so it's going to be a negative g. And then g by itself is just like a 1. So this 3 subtract 1, that's negative 2g. And then negative 5 plus 4. I have more negatives than positives. Since they're different signs, I subtract. 5 subtract 4 is 1. So I have negative 2g subtract 1. That's that ending answer. Remember, if you're ever confused on these, reach out to your teachers. We're here to help you, but hopefully this video elaborates a little bit. Bye, friends.